We are live. Welcome everyone to another edition of VPR Radio. We are very blessed to be here. It's your girl Kiana the Goddess, and I'm here with the incredible, the amazing, the epic DJ FMI. How are you today, partner?
I'm here. It's another great Thursday. You see, this time VPR, I remember to put my phone on Do Not Disturb because so many people love calling, and I know y'all want to throw in y'all topics, but
really do.
Hitting me when I'm on here is not the perfect time. But I'm happy to be here, Kiana.
Yeah, me too, partner. We have a great guest coming in today, Showtime of Showtime TV. I'm excited about that. Yes. But how's your week been?
It's been hectic. You know, I'm starting to get to a point. VPR. Shout out to everybody that'll be tuning in every Thursdays on Spotify, on iHeart Radio. But it's getting to a point with me, guys. I'm approaching the break off, Kiana, where I got to turn off the TV.
Oh yeah.
I think it's like VPR, I feel like I have an obligation to you guys. So, of course, get all the information I can and put my spin on it, my take on it. If you guys like it, share it, whatever the case may be, disagree. But with what's going on in Afghanistan, you know what I'm saying, with that, and seeing how people are, falling from planes, and that's not an image that I want to see. And
there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
The Delta variant. I mean, we have so many things in front of us. In New York, there's new mandates in place that we have to deal with. And I think that, partner, we're both Libras. We have so many parallels that sometimes it's mind-blowing to me. That's why we're family. But I know that as an empath, you relate to people's pain. You know what I mean? And when you can't help the world, you are doing yourself a disservice by constantly taking in those things that make you sad, because I don't know about you, but my reaction to seeing things like that, I can become very depressed, very distant, dark, and just disappear because it makes me feel kind of helpless. And we're already battling our own internal struggles, our daily struggles.
Our friends, it goes on.
Our friends, the people that lean on us and depend on us to be there for them. So I think that you do have to do a mental disconnect. And especially as a creative, as an entrepreneur, you have to be forward focused and you have to stay positive. So feeding that negativity to you on a constant basis is no good. I tell you, the only time I watch the news, first of all, is in tiny little snippets and on Wednesdays or Thursday mornings before VPR, just so I can be up to date what's going on. That's it.
And that's what I'm trying to do. I want to be informed there, but it just, like you said, after a while, it weighs on your spirit. We're taking on our friends, our families, and we're on our own endeavors, and it's getting there, man. It's getting there.
I agree.
With the internet culture, I'm seeing people putting memes for Afghanistan already, and I knew it was coming, but it's just a point where we can normalize just being cold. We can normalize situations where we shouldn't laugh at. You know what I mean? A country's going through it, whether you agree with them or not.
So we're desensitized to these things, just like with violence. Even if you look at all of the violent video games that are in place. I've always been such a hard body, like old school mom, not letting my kids watch or, listen to certain things, not letting them have social media till they were 16 or date till they were 16. And they've always been like, oh, you're so old school. But none of my children have been on the streets. They're not prone to violence. And you look at kids that are 6 and 7 and 8 years old and they're playing Call of Duty and stuff like that. And they're becoming desensitized to that warfare type of behavior, and a lot of times, often, it's an influence, especially if they've already got these outer influences in the gangs and the streets, and they're being pulled in because they feel like they're invincible and they know how to shoot when they're on their Xbox or their PlayStation.
You know what I mean? If you just look at this past weekend in New York City, they picked up at least like 17 gang members, 64 shootings, something just like that. And it's maybe it goes further than games. It goes further than parenting. It's everything that we take
right.
Around the world. And the more we keep seeing these acts of violence online, and it's normalized, and people are sharing it, and people are consuming it.
Right.
Just to think, if you look at it this way, Kiana, we got the internet at a point where I was already like 16, 17. The internet became a thing, you know what I mean? 15. However, kids are now getting this content at 7.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I didn't become privy to the internet until I was an actual adult. I think like back in my day, like as many fights and stuff as I had, I would have been a YouTube sensation.
World star.
It would have definitely been some world star. I'd be like, Rihanna fighting again. There she goes fighting again. I'm going live. It's Kiana. Somebody inboxed me the other day when I was talking about how Libras should react, but how we react instead and how we look on the outside, even though we're burning up on the inside. And she was like, you beat up half of junior high school.
They're going to learn today.
What'd you say? I know my partner's upstate, so if you see his internet going in and out, please just bear with us.
Yeah,
what were you saying, partner? You skipped for a second.
Oh, no. I'm saying those people in your school, they had to learn that day. Kiana was not playing no games. But Kiana...
We're peaceful people until you disrupt that peace. Then we're... Yeah.
Speaking about Libras, you know one of our Libra sisters is getting some backlash real quick.
Who? Cardi B?
Of course. You seen the song that she did with Lizzo?
That has my birthday. We share the same birthday. What's she do now?
I'm glad every time you pick up. Well... Lately, she released a song with Lizzo. I think it's called Rumors. Right. She's pregnant, and Lizzo's Lizzo.
Yep.
The internet, of course, bashing her for her weight. And at this point, I'm gonna be honest. In my take on it, at this point, I think Lizzo's used to it. I'm not too sure that she's using this. She started to cry on camera, saying Facebook had to step in and remove comments and things like that, just off this video. It's because she's showing herself, whatever the case may be.
Right.
I'm starting to get to a point where it's just like, Lizzo, you know what you're doing. You know what I mean? I'm not knocking you. You could dress how you want to.
Right.
But as soon as you put it on that public pedestal, people are going to throw comments, whether it's win, lose, or draw. Even if it's true or not. Right.
Whether it's win, lose, or draw, because whether you're a big girl, whether you're a smaller girl, these trolls are out here looking for imperfection. And just as we discussed last week about, that responsibility in being an artist and how you present yourself, if you've got your ass out all the time, that's what people are going to pay attention to. Now, Lizzo is supremely talented. So I feel personally, she doesn't have to do that, but she does it for the extra. Look, whatever sexuality, women's sexuality pro, I'm about all of women's rights, but at the same time, how you present yourself is how you're going to be received, right? So if you're presenting yourself twerking and stuff all the time, you're going to get that sort of backlash from the women that don't want to see it, from the men that do want to see it, from the men that don't want to see it, from the women that are just looking to bash, from the trolls that are looking to bash. So if you want a different response and a different reaction, you might want to try a different approach. I mean, what are we crying about? You're an artist. This is what you do. Maybe don't check those comments. Maybe put your social media in charge of, a social media account.
Have a social media team.
Right, a team. You're signed. You're a famous star. So why are you worrying about the comments? We've seen the same thing with the Kardashians. I mean, you guys are half naked all the time. You present these things. You love to do videos and photos. So how do you not expect people to react to it? This is where your famedom comes from.
But can't we tie that into some women on social media now, how they expose themselves? Men too.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And that go out of their way to show themselves, and when they get the attention that maybe that they didn't want.
But they did. You can't tell me you.
But you did, though.
You can't tell me you don't want that attention. I have been getting attention from men, grown men, since I was very young. I developed a little bit on the earlier side, and I've always been extremely mature. So the way that I moved was just different, right? That sort of thing always made me uncomfortable. I don't like being sexualized. I don't mind being sexy, but to me, sexy is a natural thing. You either have it or you don't. You can add to your sex appeal, but there's also a difference.
Wait, Kiana. It's either you have it or you don't.
You either have it or you don't. Am I lying, though? Am I lying, though? There's a woman
you could be taught to be sexy.
There's a woman that could dress super, super, super sexy and still not have that it factor where it's like, she looks all right. And a woman next to her can have on the same thing effortlessly, no makeup on. Just she rolled out of bed and threw that dress on and she looks sexy. To me, this is what I equate sexiness with.
Okay.
There is a quiet, like, seduction. You know what I mean?
Get it.
And and there's more to sexy than just sex. It's an intelligence. It's the way you present yourself. It's your grace. It's your swag. It's your ambiance that you create.
Yes.
It's that light that you emit. So sexy isn't just, I can twerk. We've seen strippers. Are all strippers sexy? Some of them just look crazy. Let's just keep it real.
Some of them
Some of them are flawless, absolutely, and they're sexy. Some of them not so much, even though they have the same, they have the same idea, same outfit, everything. So when you are just presenting sex as your brand, that's the responsiveness that you're going to get, and you're going to have to accept that that is what you're selling, and people are going to respond to it, good, bad, or indifferent, like you said.
Shout out to all the artists that are like reaching out to in support of her, and I love that. Shout out to Central for tuning in. But my thing is, don't release the video, show everything, and then get on front there. And then it looked like she was crying on cue, but crying is crying. But if you ever just, anybody that's on VPR, just watch the video, Lizzo. You see it's maybe scripted. But hey, the numbers are going up for the song, so that's what she's there for.
That's what she's there for.
At the end
and we're talking about it, and she's getting more love. So, you know, Lizzo, I think you're talented. You don't always have to take it all off, boo. That's all I'm saying.
And then, what was it? Lana Del Rey was, you listen to Lana Del Rey?
No.
She's a pop star, I would say, a great singer. And she was speaking on Pop Smoke's album. And the internet's been speaking on Pop Smoke's album, the posthumous album. Yeah. I forgot the last one. It's called Faith. Okay. Did you take a chance to listen to it?
I haven't. I need to download it. I didn't even know it was released.
People are saying it's lukewarm because they when somebody passes away early,
they always try to put something together, and yeah, I agree. Do you feel like they just took a bunch of songs and compiled them rather than if they would have had him there live so that he could have that full creative control over his body of work and how it was constructed? Or do you think it was just a lack of good music overall and maybe he needed some better direction, better production? Can you guys chime in on that? Because my partner is frozen.
Yeah, I am frozen.
There you go.
I am frozen.
And he's back.
Yeah, I was waiting. It was a long run. I apologize. But definitely the feel I got for the album, it was more along the lines of, it was unfinished records, and you could tell. And the thing about Pop Smoke, if anybody from New York or around the world, Pop Smoke is energy. And people are putting trash out in the comments. Hey, shout out to everybody tuning in. But
we appreciate you for watching.
Pop Smoke is all energy and just charisma, correct?
Yeah.
So on these unfinished songs, when they're just doubling the hook, and Pop Smoke even saying himself, I don't work with a lot of rappers. I don't like these niggas. And then you put a bunch of features on it, and I get it, to get it sold. Right. It just didn't feel right. The records felt incomplete. They felt flat. And it was a lot of chorus, a lot of no verses. Yeah. You definitely should take some time to check it out, but that's the internet's perception of it. Okay. My thing is, do you think now with these Pop Smoke's album, more posthumous music is going to be released by every artist now? I mean, I think that's going to be the trend, God forbid? I think it is a trend. I mean, I think it's what happens. It's happened since Biggie and Tupac days, and it's going to continue to happen unless there's full control over the estate and the music, right? Because then whoever holds the ownership of it is the one that will say whether it can be released or not. Because we haven't seen that from Michael Jackson. We haven't seen that from Prince, from Whitney Houston, you know, because those estates are handled. You know what I'm saying? So these younger artists don't have their business right also. So that's the thing. Yeah, I mean, if the producers and stuff have publishing, they have the right to do what they want with it. So I don't really know what his business deals entailed, but you know, rest in peace to him. He had a very bright future ahead of him. He was another artist I really appreciated for their vocalization. His voice, some artists, just like Jadakiss, I was talking about DMX, they got that gritty voice for hip hop. The second rise of Jadakiss. Raekwon, Ghostface Killer. These are the Method Man, Redman. You know what I mean? Like, and Pop Smoke definitely had that. He had that beautiful grit to his voice. I remember the first time I saw him, I was like, "That's Pop Smoke," because his voice was and he was so small. I was blown away. Away. That's hilarious. I agree, Chris. They should have released it like single by single. You know what I mean? I think definitely, because more people would like that. Really put together a hot single, get a bunch of people on it, pay tribute like they did with Biggie and 112 and Faith. You know, they put that together and they made a really beautiful tribute. They could have done something like that. It was probably just rushed out. And man, don't do that to the king, man. I think, you know, with these artists that are passing away so young, and it's only a tell of the time with the way the music's going. You know what I'm saying? If you listen to these younger acts, especially out of Brooklyn, New York, you know what I mean? Drill is a sound. All right, we're coining it. Brooklyn drill.
Yeah.
The way it's running up the charts and the way these young rappers are getting arrested in sweeps and Ricos, just out here in Brooklyn alone.
Right.
I just got to tell you how to chill it, man. You
you
can't be singing about your ops in the song and then go outside and then shoot at the ops and then come back on a beat and rap on it like you shot.
And rap about how you just shot at them, even though
U.S. Marshals are picking up rapper, but okay, Keon, I got a question for you.
Yes.
Some things are better left alone. All right, that's a fact. People are saying Ludacris is comparable to the Baby.
Okay.
You see the reference there? You see the comparison there? The animating. If you ever watch the Baby's videos, seeing them being so animated, which rappers aren't as animated. I can say Tory Lanez is like that now. Drake is cool.
Okay. Yeah,
you know Drake is most rappers are cool guy. Travis Scott is a cool guy. You know what I mean? But you have the Babies that are high energy that are going to run around and make rapping look like it's fun in the 90s.
I agree. Very high energy. I agree.
Comparison.
I agree, Marcus. I don't think that there's any sort of comparison. I don't see any parallels. Luda, they're both, lyrically great. I mean, I can give them that, but Luda's in his own lane, kind of. You know what I mean? With that southern swag and flow, and
he brought ATL a different sound.
Yeah,
he came out early 2001 is when
Luda jumps on a track on a feature, whether it's R&B or whether it's hip hop, it's going to be hot. You know what I'm saying? He brings a certain level of energy, so I can appreciate from the energy perspective. But no, I don't think there's any sort of comparison.
Movie money. If I'm sitting there just comparing to the energy, yes, the music,
right?
They do make high energy. They're the same thing. At the end of the day, if we're having this conversation, both are great artists, you know what I'm saying? It's great for both of them. People are bringing up Ludacris, seeing what he did in Fast 9. The Baby going through whatever he going through.
Right.
Wilding out.
Right.
Wilding out. Right. Get your money and get on stage, VPR, when y'all tune in.
I'm telling you, I appreciate that. I see that our guest has popped in. Definitely excited to get him on the stage.
I got questions.
I know, right? We both have questions. I'm excited. I'm at Showtime some years ago at an event, and I've just watched him grow and grow and grow in this industry. And partner, we've been in this for a minute, so don't you love to see your peers just blowing up? I mean, I love it. He's an actor. He's an entertainer. He's a rap battle guru. You know what I mean? And Showtime TV is on the map all the way. So I want to welcome Showtime to VPR Radio. Welcome, Showtime. How you doing?
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? What's up?
We're doing.
I'm about to say that's not the Showtime I know. Showtime would have came in here live. He being bashful today, VPR.
Bashful, I love it. Are you being a little bashful?
No, I'm doing. I'm in between regular work and work.
Oh, I got you. So I got you.
Yeah. Read between the lines.
We're happy to have you here. We want to start from the very beginning. So why don't you start by telling us how you became involved in hip hop and battle rap and how it's all been going?
Oh man, damn, I got into hip hop late. I used to be a nerd. I used to watch video games, play video games and stuff like that. I fell in love with hip hop in 1997, really, and then I had to do my research and go missed. So that was a lot. But when I started I say around 2010. Especially when Smack DVDs was out, I had a friend that we went to Artisan together. He battled, and then I seen him battle on Smack DVDs, and I got obsessed with watching Smack. Every DVD
I went on Smack too.
Yeah, I wouldn't even buy bootleg.
Hip hop was watching Smack DVDs.
Yeah, I would get all the Smacks back, and it was crazy. Then I had a friend. His name was Tron. Like if you look, I got a Wikipedia coming out, right? But it'll talk about one of my best friends, Tron, from 10th grade. He made beats, and I remember me trying to rap, and I was so horrible. It took me like a whole month to get one verse in, and he locked me out the house. And then at one point I started getting better, but he got more distracted, so I had to find something to do. That's when I woke up at 3:00 in the morning and said, "Yo, I'm create something called Showtime TV. I'm gonna, give people a platform, especially the ones that I think deserve it, that get overlooked because I know what it feels like. And I'm gonna meet these 5 people on this DVD. It was a Lions Den DVD. It was Loaded Lux on the cover. It was Head Ice. It was Goods and somebody else.
Head Ice.
And I met all of them in 1 month. And I remember me trying to get in contact with Cortez, and he kept curving me. So then I got in contact with Sway 7. Sway 7 was like, Cortez, man, I'm like, yo, what's up? Then they were saying like they was gonna be at a club called Fusion. I'm like, I live across the street from there. I get over there by Fusion. I meet I'm like, well, who's that? Then I met Matt Hoffa. That's when I met Matt Hoffa. Then I met Cortez in person. Then I met D Chambers. D Chambers was there. From there, it was history. It was like I was getting phone calls at 3:00 in the morning. Like Ice hit me up at 3:00 in the morning. Like, yo, Wolf. Yeah, he's like, yo, that's Wolf. What's up, Wolf? I'm like, you playing with me? He's like, yo, Wolf, don't hang up. I was like, oh shit. I could curse? Oh damn, I cursed already. But that was from there. From there was a lot of interviews, celebrity media things, and I just had a vision, you know.
I love your idea came to you at 3:00 in the morning. I think that is like the most beautiful thing, because when you're on the precipice of something big, often those ideas will like come to you at the craziest times and like wake you up out of your sleep. Mm-hmm. Did you feel like once all of that started happening for you, you knew that you were on your path because those doors were opening?
Yeah, you know what's so crazy? And this is going to sound crazy to you. I met this lady and she says, what do you like doing? I said, I'm an artist, I draw. And she said, well, I don't see you doing that in your future. She says, you're going to be doing something in radio or something in entertainment, but not that. And I remember me being heartbroken. I'm like, what are you talking about? That's not true. I like to draw. And then years later, I'm doing this.
Well, at least she knew what she was talking about. We like that. We like the prophetess.
Yeah, that was crazy. And then later on, I met 80 the General at an event. And then I met a guy.
May she rest in peace.
Yeah, she was good. Then I met D-Tech when he was judging a 80 the General.
Shout out to D-Tech.
Then I spoke to D-Tech for 2 years, and we never talked about entertainment. We only would talk about real life situations and shit like that. Then one day, he went to a special person that I got to know, and we did things on our own, which is DJ FMI. I don't think you remember.
What you mean I don't remember? But I don't know. I'll be remembering. I remember all the stories and running around.
We done had some crazy artists that just didn't know what business was. We done had, you know what I'm saying? I just met a lot of amazing people.
Yeah.
On that. Then his birthday was a What's Up Radio launch. And I think that's the first time I seen you ever in person. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And we took pictures on the red carpet. Yep. See, my memory is crazy.
Yep.
That's one thing about me. My memory is impeccable. So I can remember just about everything.
Too. I even remember what I was wearing. It was a good look. The yellow flare.
Well, I got the picture, so like I'm gonna just
the boots with
she said the boots. Yeah, that was a crazy night. And then this battle rap thing, I always been and I always did interviews and stuff. And then I worked a job. I'm a case manager. One of the directors hit me up. He's like, "Yo, you do media, right?" He said, "I got somebody I want you to meet." I'm like, "I don't want to meet nobody at all. Please, no," because I just know where that goes, right? Then the guy, he did his own little media thing, and I said, "You know what? I want to do a battle rap league, but I don't want to do none of the editing and none of that. I just want to talk. I don't even need to be seen. I just want to do this battle league because I got an artist from Buffalo. She doesn't have any battles. Her dream is to be a battle rapper, and I'm gonna build. She don't have no battles, so I'm gonna build a league just for her to have her start. This is the reason why I started this league, just so an artist that I managed could have a shot at battling. And now, like almost 20 battles in now, and her dream was a battle in front of Smack. I did that. You know what I'm saying? Like Her dream was to do certain things. We already accomplished that. She already accomplished so much on her own that I sit back and I just look at her like, damn, you from Buffalo. I'm from the Bronx. Wait, how the fuck did this happen if people that live around me can't even utilize me properly?
That's a fact.
That's why we always talk about it's not even always the level of talent, because you could have two people at the same level of talent, and if one goes hard, puts all their heart into it, that's the one that's going to win, and the other one's going to get left behind because, like you said, about working with FMI and these different artists that didn't appreciate business. Business.
I remember. I think it was B-Way and FMI. I remember you was throwing the parties in Providence. Was it Providence, the club in New York? I mean, you always had these big ass parties.
Hudson Terrace. I did Highline Ballroom. What's the Hall? I did. Yeah, a few. Those are the venues. But yeah,
the hottest clubs in New York is what FMI.
Yeah, always an invite. Always an invite. Even if I don't talk to him, it's always an invite, or he's there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's good to see, like, I've trust and it's comforting, because when you start growing, things start changing rapidly. And even the people that knew you before don't know how to take you, but you're still a person. It's just that your mentality is totally different. You know what I'm saying?
Talk that talk, Showtime. For all the listeners that's tuning in right now, Showtime is dropping some jewels Thursdays here at VPR.
Yeah, like literally, I fell in love with doing. I'm not a PR. I will never say I'm a PR. I respect publicists for what they.
That's right. Respect the publicists,
because I've studied so much. Yeah, I really do, and I think that they're the most important thing for an artist. And when you can't afford a publicist, or you just don't have it, or the time, and you just need to do something with yourself, but you're at a point where you've done so much. Where do you go now? And it's like, I've done so much where I've been verified in the street, where people can see me and say, hey, I've worked with him. I trust his work. I can look at FM.
That's a fact. That's a fact, VPR.
Mine say he's verified in the streets. I could just glance. I can see your name. I don't even gotta. I can see 1,000 names, but if I see those 3 names, that's enough for me to be involved. You see what I'm saying? So when you get to that point, you do so much. When do you start giving yourself credit?
Right.
How? So 2020, I had to be in the house, but when I was in the house, I was on every publication you could think of while I was in the house. So everything, and then I wanted to work with artists from that standpoint, because I wanted to keep myself, useful. Gemini, my brain always going. Like, I don't like to be confined. I like to keep growing. I'm a nerd on the low. I watch things all night that scare me, but I still want to know how it works. So with that said, right, I did all of that. And I tried to work with artists, and they didn't want to hear it. They're like, oh, yeah, well, how come he don't have this? So, I always wanted to be verified, because to me, it's a credential. It has nothing to do with, hey, I'm cool or I'm dope. No, it's a credential stating that I'm notable from the things that are me. So absolutely. I want to be away from that.
It provides other opportunities for you as well, business-wise.
Exactly. But when you want to do this for other people, but I already have relationships with people like you. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I already had that. It's just the whole world sharing it with me at once, So what happens is they question, well, if he don't got it, then how can he help me? So I said, okay, give me 2 to 3 months. D-Tech calls me twice. Look at your Facebook. Oh, okay, we did that. All right. Then 3 o'clock in the morning, look at your Instagram. I'm like, oh, we did that? Mission accomplished. Now I need Twitter. To me now that's done already. So now I'm just doing this work to show these artists that I want to work with that if I did it and you're doing this every day, there's a problem. Because you said I didn't have it and I did it less than 3 months.
That's right. You put that work. Different, man.
This is the Bible for the unsigned artist or any entrepreneur that wants to approach anything. He's just painting these pictures, and I'm glad you're doing this. Yeah.
I like these conversations because people think they know who I am until they actually have a conversation with me. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
They just see this on the internet, or maybe, yo, that was crazy, got the hottest person, but they don't understand what it takes. Sometimes, you know what really bothers me the most? I can have an attractive female with me, right? And her husband could be standing, and them two team helped me bust my ass. But all they can see is the attractive female there. Oh, Showtime must be doing. Like, no, you missing the point. How about how hard it took to get to this point, to get these people in this building, to get this thing operating? That doesn't matter. You know, and even if even when you do come in contact with certain, it could be, let's take gender out, because I hate saying, oh, females do this or males do that, because that's where cowards hide behind things. So if you take the gender out and just deal with type of person, then they can't hide. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, when you deal with them type of people where they say the same thing, they do the same thing. Oh, you know, what y'all drinking or what y'all doing? The same person on the red carpet, to me, is the same person every day. Whether it's a different individual, the mentality is the same, so it's the same person. So I don't care about that. So don't talk to me about that, because people like us, we don't care about that. That's not what motivates us anymore, because we already ascended to another level. We're vibrating on a different level.
VPR.
So the things that you're attracted with, that has nothing to, that's not my interest. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not fascinated by those things.
Drop it.
That don't keep me over.
It really is.
You see what I'm saying? That's how you know when somebody never had nothing. Oh, damn, she look good. Oh, damn, he's balling crazy. Wait till I get my money. You never had nothing, sir.
VPR, you never had nothing, sir. It's a different conversation. Part of my back, it's part of my shoulder, bro.
It's like, what are we doing? Are we living to look like we're famous, or we're looking for stability?
And that's just a tell of the time.
Because
people are living for that image. Like, they'll picture on Instagram. People wait all year for that picture. People travel to Dubai to turn on their Wi-Fi to show you that they're in Dubai.
Right?
They forget what's in front of their eyes, and that's the culture that we're going in now. The internet has started on the internet. It's translated to the streets, because, you know what I'm saying? The real ones want to be on camera being real. The real ones want to be on camera handing out money to someone. The real ones want to be on camera fighting people. You know what I'm saying? This is what the internet is for us. I'd rather show you that I have it.
That's right. But the real ones take pictures here and there, but move in silence.
That's a fact.
And get things done and sign deals and contracts.
Exactly.
You talk about it later.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, she's right.
Later.
It becomes the point where, and I ask people, do you want to be the person in the picture next to the important person, or do you want to be the important person next to another important person? What are we doing?
Yo, you dropping bombs to
Showtime. Make sure y'all follow Showtime TV, the one and only.
Absolutely.
That's what we're talking about right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different for me now, man. I used to, you know, I showcase the things that people want to see, but at some point, I'm the product.
And that people want to come and see. My question to you is, I know you have the Hip Hop Battle League. When you're setting up a card, tell me everything that has to go on to set up that card. I need to know, do you have to have cameramen? I need to know, are you charging that? I see, that's the information I like to hear. You know what I mean? What's going on behind the scenes? Because I know you do so much just to even get those artists to come on that card. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's the stability. It's the availability. You got to make sure these people can show up at this particular time and be there on time. Like, you got to make sure, like, that's it. Then the card, it has to make sense. Like you can't.
Make sense. Explain that, please.
All right. So if say I'm booking Kiana versus FMI, right? You guys are available for that particular night to battle each other. Then at the same time, I have to look at her stats, her strengths, her weaknesses, and see if it caters to you, or she might murder you. I mean, you might not be ready for her yet.
It's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? I can't put you against her; she'll destroy you. You see what I'm saying? So, like, I gotta find an opponent that's like in your weight class. You know, once we do that, then we can move forward with the face-offs.
And how do you promote said fight? That's what I'm saying.
You gotta talk back and forth, battle rap.
FMI, you don't want these bars.
You don't want those bars, man. You don't want. You gotta be careful, man.
You got a big dog. You got a big dog.
Then I have to let you know, hey, this is a business, okay? So like, if you want to be compensated, you should be able to bring X amount of people in the building. Until we get to that point, there's nothing to talk about. If you're not a murder mook, you're not a 40 bars.
That's a fact.
Nothing like that. Then I'm the platform. People coming to see me, and I'm not even rapping that night. You already know there's a problem. Then on top of that, right? Keep your feelings at home. This is
I wanted to discuss that. What goes on with that? You know what I mean? You have these two MCs that spin at each other. I'm big on battle rap, but I want the people on VPR to get an idea of it, to introduce them to it through your channel. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what? People be disrespectful. Battle rap is very disrespectful. Now, if you cannot handle that,
don't participate.
And this is not for you. I've had issues with battle rappers inside. Like, you don't see the secret rooms. I got the private rooms on Facebook or Instagram. We got rooms where all of us are in there, and these guys be in there talking all day, arguing and stuff. I'm like, damn, this is entertainment. Let the public see what y'all talking about. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me. And I'm barely in the room. And then you got some guys threatening each other. Oh, when I see you, we gonna do this, we gonna do that. I done got threatened at 3 o'clock in the morning. Yo,
everything happens to Showtime at 3 a.m.
You told this person how much I get paid. And I said,
his whole life changed at 3 a.m.
And I said
3 a.m.
Phone calls for business and ideas, all at 3 a.m.
And threats. And I'm like, well, make sense out of nonsense. Why would I even talk about that stuff if I need you to do something for me? That don't even make sense. Then sometimes I get to the point where like I just be like, well, who are you talking to like that? But then I got to catch myself. Somebody has to be an adult. So I'm gonna be the adult here and a business person. And I say, listen, when y'all done, just give me a call. We're gonna discuss it from there. Because right now we're not doing this. And then usually
they snap back when the bag comes out. I'm not saying so. You telling me sometimes the MCs can fumble their own bag, getting in their feelings. So you got to watch out for being in your feelings. It's going to come into bag.
Yeah, you know, I got good guys, but sometimes you deal with new guys that don't know about the culture, and they really be out here talking about, wait till we see you at the venue outside. And I'm like,
come on. You know, and a part of me wants to say it comes with hip hop.
Like,
There's always a rivalry.
Entertainment.
It's entertainment, man.
Well, I'm saying, all right. So after they work with each other, you have the MCs there. Have you ever had an issue where someone forgotten their lyrics? What happens after that?
What happens? They choke. They choke right there. You know what I'm saying? We try to get them like you better get your ass up out of this. You know what I'm saying?
Only you can save you.
Yeah.
No, listen. I'm not deleting nothing. You choke on camera, you choked on camera. It's over for you. That's it. You gotta wait till your next battle to prove yourself. It is what it is, man. I done got people choking. People forgot their lyrics. I done had a guy throw his cell phone in the crowd because he was frustrated. It is what it is. I love it.
Man. That's the culture. That's the culture behind it.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all tune in. Make sure y'all tune in at Showtime TV. You can get all this energy. Y'all see the best battle rappers that are gracing the stage. And it's just crazy. It's crazy. What other projects are you working on also?
Crazy.
What other projects are you working on, Showtime?
What you said?
I said, what other projects you got coming up?
Me and Jamil from the Aquarius Boys, I got an event coming up. We're waiting for SOBs to get back to us. So it's gonna be a Showtime Battle Rapper League event, you know, in association with Aquarius Boys, Pay Up Management. You know what I'm saying? K-Slate's supposed to pop out. Head Ice pulling up. I talked to the Wolf. He pulling up. So I'm waiting for that. Then on top of that, I'm waiting to see how that go because I went through other events. Then we working on a television series pilot called We All We Got. We're working on that. Then after that, Press Battle Rap movie, me and Mikey D is the main characters. We're working on that. and I played Lord Finesse in Big L movie.
That's
So
dope.
they got it. They got. I did my scene, a lot of scenes already, but I don't know legally what's going on with that. So I did it. So if it ever comes out,
You have your release and everything signed, right?
it comes out. You know what I'm saying? But then, I was supposed to be part of a reality show series that was going to be marketed to like VH1 or these major labels, and I wanted to film it myself with the person at the time, but it didn't work out because they let other individuals come in. So, I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I said,
not 4 o'clock now, baby.
4 o'clock this time, not
Yeah,
3.
yeah, 4 now. It's getting late.
3 days in a row. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do my own. I'm going to get videographers that I know. I'm going to get together, and I'm going to visit people like y'all, public figures like y'all. And at your events or whenever we have to engage with each other,
That'd be awesome.
then I'm going to piece that together, and I'm going to do my own little reality situation. But it's going to be crazy the way I'm going to do it.
You got to let me know for your next show. I'm definitely trying to pull up the SOBs.
Crazy how the intros. Yo, it's going to be crazy, man.
Make sure you bring that energy for the 31st for Pudge's listening event. Definitely want you there.
Oh, yeah, I'm in there. I'm
That reality content.
Yeah, I'm going to be in there getting all that.
Yeah,
talking behind the scenes.
Yeah, I'm on.
Yeah, I got to talk to you about that. I don't know how big the space is or how many people are allowed in there.
I'll show it to you. We'll talk behind the scenes.
Yeah, because if I could get another cameraman, you know what I'm saying, for certain stuff.
You're cleared. You can bring them through.
All of that.
Also, Showtime, I definitely, you spoke about an artist that you're working with. I would definitely love a song from them so I can add to the VPR playlist.
Absolutely.
We do 4,000 listeners monthly, and I definitely want people to check that out. So if they have any new music, send that over to me right after.
I probably could send you, I'm working with Hida Castro right now. You know what I'm saying? Definitely talented Latin verified artist.
Dope.
Crazy. Nova. Just a whole bunch of, I done met so many different new artists too that I'm working with. And they got a following already, so it should help because you have a following already too. So they cater to each other.
Thank you for watching, David from Texas. We appreciate you. We have a question from David. He said, who is your favorite artist that you would love to work with, Showtime?
Me? I gotta say that Jay-Z and the Locks.
There we go. See Jay-Z, Kiana, let you know.
Listen, I'm not mad. I'm partial to Nas now. Listen.
His new album is fire though, but yeah.
Yes, it is.
It's amazing body of work. And also, I gotta ask you, Showtime, what is your favorite battle? Before I know you gotta get out of here and do amazing things, what is your favorite battle? What is your favorite card? I need to know. Because I need to go watch it myself.
Murder Mook versus J Mills. That was a classic.
Okay.
Low Deluxe versus Murder Mook. That's a classic to me. And okay. I like J Mills versus Ness on RBE. Hitman versus Bill Collector. That was crazy. It's a bunch of them, man. Head Ice versus Shit,
I'm gonna check them out. I definitely will. I'll be watching.
You can't say stuff like that.
My favorite, I mean, Goods is nice. For me, VPR, if y'all ever tune to listen to somebody, listen to Head Ice, because I love Head Ice and I love Goods. He got a swag to him the way he rap. But check that out.
We got one more question for you, Showtime. We were talking about this last week, actually. What did you think of the Locks Dipset versus?
I mean, I seen what, man, listen. What I knew was going to happen, happened. Period.
Indeed.
They play mainstream music. They play mixtape music from like 97 and up, and that's all they really needed.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a Dipset fan too, but I don't know what the logistics was, but I didn't hear Let Me Know. I didn't hear 357. I didn't hear things that I didn't hear Confessions of Fire from Cam. I didn't hear I didn't hear the real Dipset, and I didn't hear none of the Jim Jones newer music.
Yeah,
verses of
right.
Yeah, so many songs. Joel's had more songs with Lil Wayne to Chris Brown. Joel's had records
with better bars. Better bars. And you don't come out there playing with Jadakiss, man. If you would have learned from Fabulous and Jadakiss,
say that again.
Jadakiss is not gonna play with you. Wasn't playing.
You don't come out and play with
Jadakiss. Jada, you don't play with Jada alone.
Yeah, David, the Locks, they ripped him, man. I'm a Dipset fan. Then Jadakiss controlled that stage. He spoke to that arena.
I'm a Dipset fan, but I'm a Locks fan first.
Became a Locks fan after that. I ain't gonna hold you.
Okay.
I didn't dislike them, but I'm gonna say I gotta go check out their catalog.
That's what I appreciate about the verses. I think it's giving an introduction to different levels of generations that may not have been exposed to, not just even hip hop, but some of our R&B greats that, we don't see new music from them, but there's classics. They make music that are being, sampled with today's artists. So really an opportunity to introduce the people that you should be paying homage to.
Yeah, and it showed them that they got to rap over. They can't rap over their record. If they want to be a real artist, you got to know your lyrics too.
Agreed.
Yo,
unless you a DJ.
We say that to artists all the time. Don't come
DJs
up
only
here.
get a pass.
We do. When y'all come to y'all show sets, we spoke about it briefly last week. But y'all show sets have to be recorded and cut up. It's not up to us to be sitting there playing with your vocals live on stage. I will do it because if I genuinely like you, because I'm a nice guy.
Right.
But I can't be doing that for 30 artists that's going to grace the stage when y'all want to rap over your own vocals, and then when people can't hear you and then they're looking at you weird. But
and professionals will always have a performance track. So
thank you. A whole show set, cut up with sound effects and everything because they want it to be perfect.
All the ad libs, exactly. So
what y'all gotta be engineers too?
What'd you say?
You gotta be the DJ. You gotta be the DJ, the MC, and the engineer.
Come on, and the promoter, and the promoter, and the editor, and the videographer,
and the host.
Damn,
that's a fact. There's a lot going on, but we can't wait to see you on the 31st. Please tell everyone where they can follow you and how they can sign up for your next live event.
At Showtime TV, see, I wrote it right there. That was a mark.
Perfect.
I put it right there so you Showtime TV. So you can find me. Go to ShowtimeTV.com. That's where I post everything. Everything pop culture is popping up all the time, and events, all that. Man, I know a bunch of PRs and people that I don't know what you do. You do everything, man. Like you done took everybody's job, man. That's crazy.
A little bit. Yeah.
Even if you need to get to Kiana, man, just hit me up too. Because sometimes I got people asking me certain things. I'm like, well, this person is good for that. TV.com or Instagram, you can find me, and I'm there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
He's the plug, y'all. Check him out. Make sure you go and follow. We're really, really excited. We were so happy to have you here. We can't wait to have you back.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all. Next time, we talk about what we're going to talk about. Maybe I can have some battle rappers live up here.
Let's do it.
I would love that. Oh, don't, bro.
Yes.
Yeah, the new ones.
You can set that up, bro.
You gotta tell me. I want y'all to tell me.
I'm here for it.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely here for it.
Who stays in the verse? Because they go to SOBs. You understand?
Okay. Yo, let's do it. We'll definitely set that up. So hit me. We're gonna get you booked like immediately for that because we're a few months out.
Yeah. We're gonna bring the Wolverines up. You know what I'm saying? And let them go at it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, David. He was great. Showtime. We'll talk very, very soon, and I'll see you soon. Appreciate you, fam.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Take care.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Man, VPR, if you're not motivated after hearing Showtime tell you his come up in the hip hop industry, his come up in the music industry, his come up in everything that he's doing right now, I don't know what will inspire you because I want to leave today running. There's so much backed up footage I need you guys to see, and that's going to fall on me and Kiana. We're going to make sure we bounce that out to you guys.
Absolutely.
It's a great show.
Definitely.
Cassidy?
Yeah. Check out our interview with Cassidy. We actually had him here on VPR. What was that, last year, right? We had a mega show. We had Olivia, T Money, Cassidy all in one show. So definitely David, go and check out that Cassidy interview that we did live on VPR Radio.
You can click the link in any of our bios on vprradio.com, or you can check it out on our Instagrams also. The link will have our older episodes. So check that out, David. Thank you for tuning in today and everyone that tuned in. We appreciate you. Kiana, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great. You know, I always feel lovely and energized when we get on here. So I'm ready to have a great night. I think I'm going to go check out that Biggie event that I was telling you about, you know, capture some footage.
I might see a lake. I am in upstate New York, VPR, and I'm going to go see a lake.
Well, do that. Did you need that, partner? Go and get yourself some rest and relaxation. You feel me? And shout out to Black Ink. Shout out to our boy Scorp, who we met at that Rolling Loud event. Got mad going on there. So
I would love to have great content, but with the way Delta virus is running outside like this, VPR, we're gonna have to keep it a little bit on the screen for a little bit longer.
A little bit longer.
Give everyone here.
A little bit longer, but we love you for watching. We appreciate you. We want everyone to be safe. We want you to make sure that you are emitting good and positive vibes on a daily basis, because that is what you can receive in return, and shed toxicity and people around you that are bringing toxic energy, because we just want you to be prosperous and be amazing, and we really, really appreciate you. Thank you for watching. We'll be right back here next week at 2 p.m. for VPR Radio. You can check us out at VPR_radio on all social media, and please go to www.vpradio.org, where you can also watch our shows live and watch some of our past shows, including that Cassidy interview. So we'll see you next week. FMI, you are amazing, and I appreciate you, partner.
I appreciate you.
All right, you guys, stay blessed. Thank you, David.